right now is the roughest time.
No.
I want to square up every day with this kid.
And all of a sudden, Honor just turns to me. It just throws up like everywhere. And I'm like...
Event. Till one day, I'm looking on the Nanic camera. I'm like, what's he doing? He must have pooped again. He's like going like this. Like he's like, and you can tell he's like...
Oh, I did just see that video.
Interesting.
I did.
And so I run up there and I'm like, Kate.
I like gentle parenting, but with a firm approach.
Okay. So explain that.
It's the same thing you learn in therapy when you're trying to communicate with your husband. Tell him how you feel versus what, you know what I'm saying, what you want to do. Yeah. You know, I feel like the house could stink if you don't take the trash out rather than you're lazy, take the trash out. You know what I mean?
I spend so much time talking to my clients about the importance of proper nutrition outside of the gym. And the number one area of struggle is not getting enough protein. So Boss and Kevin developed Vita Hustle One superfoods for this very reason. This plant-based blend contains 86 superfood ingredients that support muscle recovery and overall well-being. It's not just about what you do in the gym, it's also about how you fuel your body. So try Vita Hustle One superfood in vanilla bean, dark cocoa, which is my fave, or superfood greens in the popular berry flavor. Use code MEAGAIN for 15% off your first order.
Hey ladies, it's me again, your host Dominique, and I'm with my girl
Naycha.
Of course. Girl.
Sorry.
Anyways, I'm with Naycha today, and of course we have an amazing episode. Today's actually probably going to be one of my favorite episodes.
I think mine too.
It's about all things motherhood. Okay, and we both decided to invite one of our close friends and guests to come on the episode with us to talk about motherhood, of course, parenting, labor, toddlerhood, how we're getting beat down, the chaos, the joy, of course, and the blessing in our children, and just the family dynamic as a whole. So I was so happy to invite my girlfriend Kai on.
Hi, guys.
Kai and I have known each other for quite some time. Okay. And so I'll save that story, but first I want to introduce your guest, or I want you to introduce your guest.
Okay.
So
I brought on my beautiful Asia, whom I actually met in a park. Ironic, right?
I wasn't homeless. I was there with my child.
She has two beautiful young kids, a boy and a girl. So I'm really excited to get into this, but go ahead, introduce Kai.
Yeah, so great to meet you, Asia. And Asia,
Nice
Asia and Kai meet each other, the girlfriends.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hello, girlfriend.
So first, hold on. First, we got, because we're moms, we got some mimosas.
Oh,
You got a mimosa over there.
mimosa.
Okay, so cheers.
What's a mimosa?
Okay. That's
you don't
without the alcohol.
no.
Why?
I would say that it would be
It doesn't serve me right now.
I know that's right, girl.
Hello.
Okay, cheers. Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll double tap. And I'm going.
And what is a mimosa?
Okay, so a mimosa is, well, I found out because I was pregnant for 3 years or whatever years
pregnant?
straight.
Oh, this is a real thing.
I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, mimosas are real. You crazy?
So they have books.
Oh, I thought it was made up too.
No. They have
Okay.
like bartender books and stuff,
Mhm.
and they're mimosas so that
What?
you can have like your drink. You know what I mean?
Without
With-
Without the
alcohol.
alcohol.
It's a mocktail.
A mocktail.
Yeah.
It's a mocktail, but you know, mimosa
Mimosa.
bar.
I'll
Like so
take
baby
that.
showers. They'll
I'll
say,
take
"Oh,
it.
here's the
Mimosas,
mimosa bar."
yeah. Seen a lot of baby showers.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's your thing. But anyway, so let's talk. Okay, so Kai. So just to give you a little backstory, and we'll all catch up. So Kai and I have known each other for probably like 11 years.
At least.
At least, yeah, 11 to 12 years, I would say. So what's funny and unique, I think, about our relationship when we're talking about motherhood is we know each other before we became like moms.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Uh-oh.
she has a bunch of she had a trial run, I guess, bonus mom kids. But before we went through like the labor and the pregnancy and the hormones and like our bodies changing and all of this, it was a trip to see each other kind of go through this experience.
Because
you
it
know?
was around
For
the
sure.
same time.
And we did everything around the same time.
Everything around the same time.
We got married around the same time.
Nice.
We had our kids around the same time. Yeah, we've been doing this together, girl.
We're in it, girl,
We're in the
for
trenches
long
together.
haul. Yeah. So that's kind of why I love to have her on, because she has a different insight into me, right? And I have a different insight into her as well. And we truly have been on this journey together. So I think we'll be able to have a fun conversation. Of course, our kids are close as friends, and our 2 newest babies are also like right at the same age. So they're all just growing up together. And so our mom journey is like, it's cohesive.
Yeah.
It's together.
I love that.
We're doing this together. Yeah.
I love that.
So thanks for coming, girl.
Of course. I'm glad to be here.
Yes. It's
so proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Makes me sad. What about you? What about you guys?
I told you I met her at the park.
Right.
And then it was
11 days ago. Tell them the truth.
It wasn't
Naycha.
11 days ago.
11 days ago?
No. It was a few.
She just picked me up.
I just picked her off the street. No, it was a few months
Off the
ago.
street. No.
We were chit-chatting a few months ago, and at the park, I seen her son had like the ninja shirt on, and I wanted to take my son. So then I went up to her and I started talking to her. Our sons are the same age, so then we started chit-chatting, and I was like, "Hey, like, come to the gym." So I sent her the information, and then she pulls up with her husband, and I was like, she was like, I didn't know if you wanted me to tell you who I was married to. I was like, no, I get it, 100%. But it was Kel, y'all. My childhood was like, my inner child was screaming.
Like Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, like Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
But I will say that Asia is her own entity. We have built a great bond over the few months of us training. She trains with me 3 times a week. Been a good time.
Dope.
It has.
I do have to say, the bond that you build with your trainer, I mean, I think I too had a different sort of bond as well, because my trainer, well, of course, my husband is a trainer.
Right.
But I don't train with him.
Okay.
I do his workouts, but I don't train with him. But for when I did have like a consistent trainer, it was during my postpartum, my pregnancy journey. And so you do start to like build a connection, because you are looking for someone to help you achieve your goals. You're sharing a lot of information about what your body's going through and that kind of thing. So it's easy to build like a really nice friendship. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward for that.
Yeah.
She invited me to church already. I've been to her church.
I always tell Naycha, I felt like God sent me to the park, because I was supposed to go to a different park. I was not supposed to be there at all.
What park
You were supposed to go to the dentist.
Right.
You were trying to pass time.
I know I was trying to pass time.
What
I still
park
went to
was
The red park? The red truck park?
Yeah, the fire truck park.
Yeah. That's a good park.
Kai actually, during this episode, you good? Kai actually, during this episode, I want to get into, she knows like all the little fun houses, places
I need
to take your kids.
Okay, because my son, every time I pick him up, mommy, can we go somewhere? Can we go to somebody's house?
Oh, she's better
Can we
than
go
you.
do something? And I'm like, Narik, baby.
I love finding
gotta
things
go
to keep them
home.
busy. I love it.
That's
All
me
right, I
all
gotta-
day. Kel calls me event mommy. Because I'm always finding like the little like, oh, did you hear about this? It's going on this weekend. We're taking the kids. And he's like, wait, what? What's going on?
Oh.
I'm always finding something.
I love it.
You guys are better than me. I feel like I'm like trapped in this house.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, even to go out, it's like I'm already picturing all of the scenarios that are gonna happen, and I'm like,
And
oh
they're
my
all
gosh,
going to
there's no
happen.
way.
Yeah.
When you leave, they're all going to happen.
Literally.
It is like
Just go with it.
crazy.
Literally, they're
Just-
all going to happen.
I'd
Embrace
rather
it.
be outside and be crazy than be in the house and y'all tear it
Be
up.
trapped up.
Yeah, like let's
Kids go
eat
outside.
outside, let's scream, let's do all the things.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So-
I see that.
Okay, so with that, with the chaos, let's do. We have like a little segment called "Mommy Confessions." Okay, so
Uh-oh.
what would you say is the most? And I'm sure there's so many to choose from, right? But what is the most chaotic or crazy thing or interesting story that has happened with either of your kids, any of your kids? Old ones, young ones.
Ooh.
What is your most like? It could be traumatic experience. It could be like, your moment that's just like, okay, this is motherhood. What's going on?
I have a funny one.
Okay, go.
We went to a red carpet. And it was, what was it? The Eddie Murphy, the Christmas movie he just did.
Mhm.
And anyway, we're there. We're in like the pre-party part with the kids. And, there's snacks, there's cookies, there's cakes, all the things.
And how old are your kids at this point?
There are So there, I think. Well, my daughter was 6. My son, he must. Yeah, he was 3. He's still because it wasn't that long ago. And he grabs a cookie that he thinks that he's gonna like. He's eating it. It's fine. Okay, so we're still kind of going through the party. Kale's like, seeing all the actors that he knows and this and that. We're talking, and I'm standing next to the kids, and all of a sudden, Honor just turns to me. It just throws up like
the worst.
everywhere, and I'm like,
event.
we're literally at this Hollywood, like we're dressed up. We just did the red carpet. Like it was awesome. We're thinking the movie hasn't even started.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even went in. And I'm like, Kale, Honor just threw up. He's like, what? And I'm like, Honor, come on. So I go over to the side. Kale's still like chatting, and I'm like, okay, let's get some wipes. Let's try to clean it up. Let's try to put the wipes over the throw up. So then that way, like nobody notices what's going on. And I'm like, I think it's time to go. Like he's obviously like he's sick now. I don't know if he's going to throw up again. We cannot stay.
So was it the cookie?
It was the cookie. That's literally the only thing that makes sense because he had other snacks before we even got in there.
So did he start throwing up again?
He didn't, but I'm glad that we left because just in case, like you just don't.
Okay, so the only reason why I asked that is because, and this is not my story, but I think that all moms need to be aware of this damn stomach virus.
Mm-hmm.
This stomach flu will take out your family.
Your whole family. Oh my God.
You will be down bad.
She's what is that called? Reminiscing right
I'm
now.
reminiscing. I mean, I've had it. I've never had the stomach flu a day in my life until I had kids.
Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
Same.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Ugh.
My husband, he's had COVID. Nothing happens to him. That stomach flu will lay you out cold.
Oh my God.
So I say this because they'll throw up, right? And it's always like, this is boss. It just probably was the watermelon he had as bad. It's like denial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let me see. And then there's another throw up, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is. This is a stomach bug.
Yeah.
And if you don't clean that up, if you don't it's just, you're basically waiting like, who's next?
Right. Who's
in
next?
line?
That's
It's
it.
like violent throw up. Like,
Oh, it's
Oh my
awful.
God. You've never had it.
no.
Oh my God. Thank God.
How?
I mean, my kids have had
Did you get
stomach
it when we
viruses,
went to
but I've never had it.
where did we all have it at?
No, because in Ireland. No,
We
ma'am.
all caught it in Ireland.
I said,
Oh,
stay
not
away
in a
from
foreign
me.
country. Oh,
Or did I
no.
already have it before?
You might have had it before.
Yeah.
Oh, you was the breakout.
No, it was Ori
Or you had it first.
in Palm Springs, and then we all went to Ireland.
Yeah, then we all went to
Yes.
Ireland, and everyone got it.
It was awful. But the thing that's funny is that with that stomach flu is it's like it trickles down. So it's like the first person gets it the worst, and the second person gets it pretty bad, or the caregiver most of the time. So mom most of the time, or the reason why boss gets it bad is because I think he doesn't believe in it, and so he's not washing his hands. He's not like, he's just like, my baby's not going to throw up, and it's like throw up all over. It's like that kind of thing.
They let him
But
do
truly,
it.
it trickles down because then by the time the last
Worse.
kid gets it, maybe it's just like diarrhea or like
Right.
a little. But it is awful, and don't let your 1-year-old get it. Cruz had it. It's the saddest thing because they don't know what to do, and they still want their milk. They still want everything, so they're throwing up. They're having diarrhea. A tip is to do rice milk. It helps like harden up that stool. But anyways, I was just wondering, was it the stomach flu on the red carpet or was it the cookie?
It wasn't, and that's what it freaked me out because I kind of didn't know until it was like a process of elimination. Because in the moment you're just panicking and like, let me get off your clothes. People are looking like we're at an event.
Damn, I'm embarrassed.
Was it on your
And I'm
clothes?
embarrassed. I was like, we need to go.
Was it on your clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But just like on my like the bottom of my shoe. Like
The
it
worst.
wasn't,
How much
it
for the
wasn't.
shoes?
Right?
Yeah.
Like I was
I'd be
able to
like-
kind of get it off, mask it. It was we were good. We were able to move
my
on. But we had
gosh.
to leave. I was like, no, because if it
That's
comes out
not-
another end or again, like I don't want to be
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. Let's go.
Man, that's torture. Okay, who's next? Who got one?
I got a great one.
Yeah,
So
good.
one day we went to a birthday party one
Mhm.
evening, and it was just like blah, 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 blah. It wasn't like somebody that I was super duper close with, so it made me even more embarrassed. So they're singing happy birthday, and it's a 1-year-old. Okay, so you know how 1-year-olds have the smash cake. So it's
Right.
a 1-year-old. The 1-year-old has a smash cake. Everyone's standing around singing happy birthday, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. We clap hands. We disperse. I go to the bathroom. Why did I leave my son out there by himself? I don't know.
Oh my
But I go to the bathroom because he's jumping on the bouncy house and they're like, the kids are all running around. Like they're all running around. What am I supposed to tell them? Whatever. I come back and everybody's
the
laughing.
pleasures of having a one child.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I come back from the bathroom. Everyone's laughing and giggling and like, oh, look, he's going to do it again. And I'm like, wait. It was my fucking kid, y'all. My kid was jumping on the trampoline, jumping off the trampoline, running to the smash take, putting his whole face in it, taking a nice bite, running back, trampolining, coming back, back and forth.
No.
The baby was just staring at him like, and then all the kids were kind of looking at him like, you like, what are you doing? And then all the kids started doing, I had to grab him like, germs now. But why? Like, you are eating somebody else's smash cake. Like, you're literally running up to it, putting your head and just biting it. I have a video. I was so embarrassed. They thought it was so funny.
Wait, Naycha,
so who recorded?
And not for nothing, he was
Who
the only
recorded?
brownie in there too. And
I was just about to say, had to be.
I knew who's recording.
He was the only
My
brownie
friends
in
would
there,
have
and I
grabbed
was
like the other, like, y'all in the bathroom, chill.
Girl,
Yeah, you must have not known anybody.
Yeah.
But listen, the fact that she said she came out the bathroom, people were yelling, "Look, he's gonna do it again!"
Right, that's not.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Like, laughing, getting all like
Nobody
that's
thought to
footage.
come get
There's
you.
Footage.
We need to pull that footage up and run it back on the
Yeah, right.
episode.
Yeah, we have to show
I have
it.
the video. I took a video of it too. I was like, "There's no way, bro,
Oh my
that
gosh.
he's doing this." Then there's a video. The kid in the back of the video, like, just like that.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, so wait, I have a story. So this story, of course, is my middle child, Cade.
We love the middle children.
Yeah, and I was actually Kai sent me a video earlier that not reminded me because honestly I'll always remember, but there's so many moments, like I said, that you can choose from. But this one is pretty bad because this is just gross. So Cade Knox was the easiest to potty train. When they say, "Oh, all your kids are different," all your kids are truly different.
Mm-hmm.
Knox potty trained in like 5 days and like was complete by like 2 weeks. Like it was just the simplest thing and it was over with. Cade, on the other hand, is the boy / middle child / definition of a toddler, like whatever. So the pee came relatively quick,
Easy.
but it was the poop. And so what was this is just like a conversation really for several events. So basically, over a 2-month period, I would say, he's pooping in his bed, right?
Ugh.
He's pooping in his bed and taking the diaper off, right? With the poop all in the diaper.
That was my little
and throwing the diaper. So it's turning into throwing the diaper. And I'm like, what's going on? So at this point, the room is filled with like poop. The rugs have poop on it. Even peeing through the crib, like through the crib bars. It was just like crazy.
Was he smearing the poop on the crib?
Smearing the poop on the crib.
My sister did that.
No, this is gonna get worse.
This is gonna get worse.
Smearing the poop on the crib, on the walls, on the wallpaper. I have wallpaper. Smearing it on the wallpaper, and then I'm coming in, and he's like, "Mommy, look what happened?" And I'm like,
What happened?
"No, look what happened.
You did this.
You've done this." So we're like bathing him, washing him down. Till one day, I'm looking on the nanny camera. I'm like, what's he doing? He must have pooped again. But he's like going like this. Like he's like, and you can tell he's like.
Oh, I did just send you that video.
Interesting.
I did.
And so I run up there and I'm like, Cade. And it was like a run upstairs to like stop him from even taking the poop diaper off. But again, when you have multiple kids, like if I'm putting Knox to sleep, there's like a time frame where I'm not watching Cade in his room or watching Cruz in his room. So then it turns into like double work. So anyways, I sprint into the room. The diaper is off, okay, and the poop's on the floor. And there's it was like a clean. He started becoming like a master. It was like a clean diaper off. But then I'm like smelling his mouth, and I'm like,
"Did you eat this?
Why do you smell like poop?" And he's like, "I know he ate the poo poo. I know he ate the poo poo." And I'm like, "Why is it all on your fingernails?" Okay, and he's like, "No, I know he eat poo poo." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." So then I put him in the tub. Same thing. The next night, again, I run up. I'm like, I'm gonna watch him today.
Yeah.
I run up, and he fully had the diaper and was like eating the poop.
Yeah, like full on
Picking
like
the
meal.
poop.
Like, okay.
He's gonna kill
And
you
there's
for
like,
this
by the
later.
way, there's like stuff in there. I'm
When
like,
he
what?
watches
And then
it-
now I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell's in the poop?
What you
like,
eat
what
today?
you eating? The raisins or something?
Right.
Like, what you eating? You guys. Oh, mind you. Oh my gosh, there's just so many memories. So at this point, I'm like gagging, like,
Right.
I'm like about to throw up. And he's like, Mommy, what's wrong with you? I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with me? You're
What's
eating
wrong with
shit.
you?
What's your shit eater? Oh, like literally.
Shit.
And so I'm like texting my friends, like, is it safe to eat poop? Like, can kids eat their own poop? You know, like this kind of stuff. And so, anyways, I have to say by far, just because it happens so frequently, like the poop in the crib and the walls and everything. I sent the rug out several times. I'm like, I gotta buy a new rug, all this stuff. I think it still is like the top, probably one of my top things that I've
That
like
is
experienced
definitely
because
top.
that is
What?
disgusting.
That's top.
I'm
That's
eating
top.
my shit. Is
Like,
crazy.
how are you getting your child? How do you get your 2-year-old child to not
I'm
eat?
not prepared for that at all.
Right.
Like, that's
It's
a lot.
like,
If
how do
that
you
happens.
not?
That's too much. Like, and then here's Boss just like laughing at me and stuff. And I'm like, this is not funny. And then because it was happening so long, he finally had to step in and was like, you need to stop
Yeah.
You gotta
doing
cut
this.
this out.
Because I'm like, this is exhausting. Like I'm like making the kid, like, I'm on the cameras. Like, I got to get there before he takes the diaper off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just the whole thing. So I think that was my
Ay.
chaotic story. And now I am happy to say we are past that. There's none
Yeah.
of that. And even still, like today, he had an accident. He pooped in the morning. And he's like, Mommy, just a little bit of poop. No eat poop.
Right.
I'm like,
He's still
I
trying to
bet. He's like, what's your
Oh.
problem?
That's the
Have
word.
kids, they say. It'll be
That's
fun,
what
they
they
say. Okay.
You got one, Kai?
Well,
you got?
I don't think I can match you guys.
Uh,
You turned it up.
No, hers is
I'm-
wild.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's
That's pretty bad.
top.
No, I mean, to be honest, I'm waiting on things to happen with little Harry, but like my daughter has
Blighty
been
sits like this.
yeah,
in the car.
Blighty does not.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
She
for
does
you.
not play about like getting dirty. Maybe one time she like pooped on me, like while we were
Blowout.
To be honest, it was a blowout, but ironically, she did it while we were on our way to the mall. So I bought her another outfit and bought me another outfit while we were in the mall, and then we sat down and ate like nothing happened. So I've never had like a moment where it was just like completely awful yet.
This is Blythe. Blythe be sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's
Blythe's a
right.
girly girl.
She
She
is
don't
a
play.
girly
She doesn't
girl.
like to be dirty. She's 4.
I know that's right.
She does not like to be dirty. She doesn't like any of that. So if someone's poop, she's like, get away from me. Get
Right.
my brother's dirty. His feet dirty.
Dirty.
No. She don't
She
want it.
calls it. So this is actually a good transition into actually the boy mom, girl mom thing. Because you guys are lucky to have both boys and girls. And Kai was primarily a girl mom up until just a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And same for you. You had your girl first, right?
Mhm.
And then you had your boy.
Yeah.
Naycha and I only know the boy life. And it's only gotten boys with boys with boys for me is proving to be like more toxic because they all egg each other on in a way.
Oh my gosh.
So I want to know, like, what has your experience been so far? And what's the difference of like having the girl and having the boy? What's like, is there a difference in the way you feel in, the way they love you, the way they treat you, the way they act, all of that? Like, I want to know since you guys have both.
All the tea.
No, all the tea.
I think with Blythe, she's a daddy's girl. So, and all Harry, my husband, all his girls are daddy's girls, like 1000%. Like when they see me, I'm chopped liver. It's like whatever. My son only wants me. It's like, come here, mom's home. Forget everybody else. He likes his dad, but he loves me. You know what I mean? So
Oh.
that's the first time I really experienced that. And I like it. I do, I love it. I'm going from being a girl mom and everything being pink and dresses everywhere. Blythe only wears dresses.
Mhm.
She does not play like only a dress. So like now having to do joggers and find the right caps to match these Travis Scotts. And
Mhm.
like, I'm not used to this. I'm like, what is this? Like, we just do his first birthday and it's like, the girl's sending me stuff and I'm like, they don't have anything that's like cuter. And she's like, it's a boy party. Like, no, it's supposed to look rough. Like,
Right.
there's footballs, there's this. And I'm like, all
Mhm.
right, well, just do what you want to do because I'm not used to this. So it's exciting to be a boy mom now and figuring it out and moving on. And I always wanted to be a boy mom, which is really funny because I always wanted to be a boy mom and she always wanted to be a girl mom.
I know.
So it was real funny when we both had kids. I had a girl and she had a boy first.
Wow.
And it was like, dang, want to switch?
Rob, you can edit that I always wanted to be a girl mom out. Because I only wanted to be a mom of 2. Okay. Now I'm a mom of 3.
I think after you told everyone he ate shit, he's not going to be mad about you wanting to be a girl mom.
Let me tell you, because,
gosh.
you know, I always, and now it is true. It's like, Kai, it's so funny. We have this funny thing that goes on in our chat. She'll send something of Blythe and she'll be like, sorry, Dom, or Dom, I'm so sorry. Because it's the most tranquil and just the sweetest thing. And then I'm like literally looking at my kids while I'm watching the video, like, what the hell? Because it's complete opposites. But I did as a girl mom, I wanted to go and do the stuff that I do with my mom, you know, like go get your nails done and go to I used to go to Limited 2 and go shopping for the dresses, and you have to bend over to make sure it doesn't, you know. And I said, oh, this will never be me. I can't do the hair, I can't get the little balls, and you know. So lucky you and you. Blessing.
You get the best of both worlds.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Really quick, we're gonna watch a quick TikTok, and then Asia, I want you to give your perspective on the boy mom versus girl mom, since you have that experience of both. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky
me.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant with him, and I was just ecstatic because I was such a tomboy growing up. Anyways, the whole point of me making this video is I had to share his preschool photo with you, because when I tell you, I opened up this email and I just hysterically cried. He is just everything. First of all, let me show you his photo from last year, because the difference 1 year makes, my heart is crushed. Okay, this is last year. He is just...
Okay, so what are your thoughts?
I mean, depending on how, she said preschool. Okay. So I understand what she's saying, because can't speak for all boy, girl moms who have both. But the way that they love up on you is just like, it's very unexpected, you know, like, so it's not like what I'm sure you probably deal with, where you say it's 3 boys. So it's always like this, you know, battle against each other. He's not necessarily like battling against anybody other than my husband. And my husband is just like, okay, all right, you know, but he'll tell me sometimes randomly, Mommy, you're so pretty. Yeah. Or he'll just come up and hug me. Like, and it comes out of nowhere and he doesn't want anything. It's just him just being him. My daughter, on the other hand, she loves me. She loves me down. But she also ignores me. Hello, wisdom. Hello. And Honor's like, Mommy, you know, like, so it's just, I don't know. It's different, but it's fun, both, because I can go do the girly stuff with my daughter. Like, for her 7th birthday, we got all of her best little girlfriends together, and we went and had a little spa party. And cute. They all got their nails done and got facials and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And like, my son's birthday is getting ready to come up, and he loves anything ninja, everything karate, Power Ranger ninja. So him and all his boys, they're going to get together and go do like karate stuff. So it's like being able to experience both his very boy side and then her really girly side. But I do kind of feel what she's saying. Like, you do kind of get, I don't know, it's just a different type of love. Like, boys love you, you know, like boys naturally cater after women, you know, anyway. So you don't realize they start to learn that when they're young. And it may just be something that's inside, you know, not like they're learning it from anywhere specific. It's just kind of like there, you know.
Knox asked me the other day, it's so funny. So he has this, his nanny is always talking about her husband. And so Knox the other day asked me, do you have a husband? I said, well, yeah, I do have a husband. And he's like, can I be your husband?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, little boy, I have a husband. Your daddy is my husband, and that's your dad. He's like, and then he's rubbing me. And so, to your point, I will say the 3 boys together, and Cruz is just starting to get in the mix. They do bring out a lot of aggression and like competition and all of that. But with me, they are, I mean, honestly, the person who teaches them how to like hit, and the only time that they've ever hit me is because boss is like teaching them to slap around and they don't understand the difference. But really, it's the same. If I put on, I love a red lip. Y'all know that. I'll come downstairs and Knox and Kate would be like, Mommy, give me a kiss. They want a kiss.
See?
Knox rubs. He loves to rub my legs down. Kate with the hand on here. Cruz he's still on the chest with the bottle, But it is true. The boys, they love like
I
that.
agree. That's kind of going back to yours, how you were saying at first with like, not to say like, oh, we're not lovey, but when you have your son, it's like, it is true. Like opposites literally do attract. Cause my son, kid y'all not, probably he'll randomly, Mommy, yes, I love you. Love you too, baby. He tells me he loves me probably like 10 times minimum a day.
Right.
He'll just come up to me and just like give me hugs. And he's just very affectionate when it comes to me. Like, Mommy, I want Mommy to come. If Mommy's not coming, I ain't going. Like, he'll like come in the bed in the morning and he'll cuddle with me. So now I'll do it. If I wake up before him, I'll go in the bed and I'll huddle with him. And the bright smile, like the moment he feels me in the bed, it's like he just smiles ear to ear. It's like I could understand. I don't have a girl, but I could kind of understand where she's coming from.
I think people online make stuff too weird sometimes.
It's not that
like
deep.
you're reading too much into
and
it.
then everyone has an opinion. Even you ain't got a kid, or you have one girl, or you have no idea what I'm experiencing, but yet you could do a different. Got it? Like. Girl, wait till you have a boy and a girl.
Right.
And then tell me. And then let's talk about it. You know what I mean? True. Don't tell me how you got this traumatic experience from what happened when I'm sure that's really not your traumatic experience, but you think it is. But
it's like a culture of just sensitivity. It's like we can't, it's in everything. We can't say anything these days. People can't have a perspective without somebody having to jump in and say something else. That's why you just have to own. You just have to own your own space and be in there. So on another controversial topic that people will probably hate is, do y'all got some favorites? Do y'all have a favorite kid?
I do.
No.
I do.
You do. You don't count.
Marie, because that's all you know.
I know who Asia's favorite child is. Can we check her shirt out?
No.
Not having a girl shirt when she has a boy too.
No, that's
How
wrong.
dare
I just
you.
thought it was cute.
No, it's cute.
No, you know what? They're both really different. They're both awesome. Like I have specific things that I love about them both. Yeah, like I love how fearless my son is, but then I also love like how smart and funny my daughter is, and she's not afraid to just be herself. She's not shy. She'll walk in the room. She's like, if she walked in here right now, she would take over this whole podcast.
Ooh,
she is like a leader, and I love that about her.
I love that.
Well, you got.
What about you, Kai? I don't have that nice answer.
You know what? I'm probably gonna have to say, beforehand, before I got married, I was and had children. I was able to be a bonus mom first, and I had the privilege of raising our 11-year-old now, who's Bella. And when I tell y'all, Bella will ride for me, it takes nothing. I mean, like Bella, she goes hard when it comes to me. And I wouldn't tell her, but that's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite. She has it down.
Bella.
We love
Bree.
Bella.
She's such a cutie pie.
Bella is turned.
She was the OG. I would have to say it is true what you're saying as far as like loving your kids differently. I remember telling my girlfriend Domino, she had a daughter and then she got pregnant. And now she has a 1-year-old. Well, he's a little bit over 1 son. And she was like, Dom, I don't know what to expect. And I'm like, it is the weirdest thing. You don't realize like those cliche topics of when they say your heart just expands for the extra child that you didn't even know there was like a space to feel love that way. And so I feel love and I love each of my kids differently, the same, but different. So I don't think that contributes to like my favorite.
Who's your
but
favorite?
As far as
Right, that's what I
Who's
was
your favorite?
Don't answer. Y'all gonna make me answer. Nobody else.
Well,
butter it up.
well, my favorite is Cruz right now. Cruz
Right
is
now,
my favorite.
Today.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Right now, I will say Cruz, he has like a little soft spot. I think too, because he's at home with me all day still.
Oh, yeah.
And I just have this like I just feel like a completed moment with Cruz of the Everline family. There's no more that need to be contributed.
Hello.
He completes the whole. And so I don't know. I just love Cruz. He just has this like cool demeanor about him. And I just love him. Cade right now is driving me up a wall because he's crying about everything. And then Knox is testy right now. Like Knox is cool, super cool though. He's like the coolest kid on the block.
Knox is the coolest.
He
to
is
be honest.
cool as hell. But he's like talking back. No, I'm not doing that. I'm like, what do you mean? No, you're not doing that. So it's just we're going through that time. So I'm gonna have to go with Cruz. I'm gonna have to go with Cruz.
It's Cruz.
Are you ready to elevate your mac and cheese game to a whole new level of deliciousness and nutrition? Look no further because Goodles has arrived. It doesn't just taste good, but it's the new healthy mac and cheese I feed my boys, including my husband. Goodles has changed the way you think about noodles with their clean ingredients and packing each box full of 21 nutrients from organic plants, 14 grams of protein, and 7 grams of fiber per serving, and prebiotics to support your gut health. Goodles currently comes in 11 different flavors, including a vegan mac and 2 gluten-free options. They're the first box mac and cheese ever to receive the Clean Label Purity Award certification. That means that their final product has been tested by a third party for over 400 contaminants, and they determined Goodles met their highest standards. Goodles is also a low glycemic index food, so it gives you steady energy instead of a carb crash. Say goodbye to bland, uninspired pasta dishes. Goodles is here to shake things up. Goodles are your go-to noodles that are not only tasty, but also packed with goodness. And trust us, it's not just for kids. Goodles is a hit with the whole family. To learn more, visit goodles.com today.
So then what we want to go through next is just what is the roughest stage for you guys? Because me and Dom have had this conversation, but we both have different perspectives. I only have one. And I'm going to tell y'all right now is the roughest time.
No.
I want to square up every day with this kid.
Wait until 6, 7. I'm trying to tell you.
But is it that different because that's a girl?
And that could be quite possible. And I'll let you know in a few
we'll
years
know.
when Honor,
we'll know together.
Listen, 6, 7 is not to be played with.
Why?
Because they think they know. They know so much more now. And it's like the arrogance. And it's like, you need to pull back. Because you have no idea. Who do you think you're talking to?
I'll take that too. And they missing teeth at that time. So it's really pissing you off.
Too,
and you talking this? Like, stop. Right. Come on.
That's the word. I swear to God. Because I'm already annoyed.
How you don't look, I'll have to say something about the teeth. Like, okay, first off, you're not going to talk to me with that mouth.
Seriously.
Rolling eyes and all.
Did you just roll your eyes and you got 2 teeth in your mouth? You
and
tried
stomping
it.
feet. And the
Stomping feet at 7.
As a
We're going to have to
girl.
go upstairs.
Come on.
We're going to have to pull that belt out.
Bella slams doors. Oh, honey.
Your girls is crazy out here.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So, okay. I have a question though, because again, and I think Naycha and I, we were talking about this, like I can only attest to up to 4.
now.
You know what I mean? About the age,
right.
the challenges in the age. So what I'll say is this, is a lot of moms, there's a few moms who are like the OG moms, like Vanessa Spencer and a few others that have came on. And they say, once your youngest kid is 5, you're good. Right? You're in a different challenge. But as far as like the hardships that she's saying 4s now. I was saying that I actually can't really pinpoint it.
Fuck a terrible twos.
I think they were all challenging, but like early on with the breastfeeding and the no sleep,
right?
That is like you're like in the trench.
Yeah,
like you have like remember sleeping like 1 hour, then waking up, and then 30 minutes and waking up, and then not at all.
And you're worried about producing milk. You're worried about this.
Yeah.
You're worried about that.
That's a stage. And then, like I just mentioned, coming in to poop all over the room, like that's awful.
Well, that's just Kate.
So I just feel like that I truly, I can't pinpoint. I really can't pinpoint it. But I will say, that's what Naycha and I disagreed on, is I do feel like, although Knox is testing me and Knox, like, he's actually cool. Like, he's just like, he feeds himself fine. He he's bathing really well by himself. I just have to like brush up a bit. It's not so taxing, especially, and it gives me opportunity to be there for the other
For the
kids.
younger one. Yeah.
So I think, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of tough because I feel like in the beginning I was very sleep deprived, but I feel like I had more control in the beginning. Hence why I think that it's probably easier. Now I don't have no control, and
you're
I
a
feel
control
like
freak.
it's maybe a little bit, and it's just me and him. So he don't have any siblings or anybody that's really close to his age that's like around. So it's like the moment I pick him up, he wants to just do any and everything. And then not only that, we're in the house and it's like, mommy, let's play this. Mommy, let's do that. Mommy. And then then if the roles reverse and now it's like, I'm telling you, you have to do something. Now it's like, you're telling me no? Who are you talking to? Now we're not friends. We were friends 10 minutes ago, but I'm turning on to mom mode now.
Right.
So I feel like right now, and he'll tell me things like, he'll ask me questions because he's a big why. He wants to know why. Well, what will happen if I don't do that? Well, what will happen?
That was Kai. Remember, Blythe was asking you why about everything.
Oh my goodness.
Why?
And I'll say to him, sometimes he'll ask me questions and I'll say to him, actually, I really don't know the answer to that. Let me figure that out and then I'll let you know. Yes, you do. You know everything. Okay, fair enough. Keep that same energy when me and you are going back and forth and you trying to tell me what it is.
Right.
So I feel like right now that's where we're at. Like he's trying to tell me how things go.
Yeah.
But I've been in this life already.
Right.
You didn't.
Okay, so this is actually fun. I just love all the questions because, like moms, we have to be able to talk to each other. So, what age would you say that you're looking forward to experiencing?
I love this age. I don't want him to grow. I look at him now every day.
Every time they get older, it really messes with me because I don't want them to. You know what I mean? Like I see what they look like. Our kids range from 1-year-old to 28.
Okay, so I'm changing your question. Since you already know what it looks like for the girls at different ages, what age are you excited to experience with baby Harry? As a boy.
To be honest, I'm excited to probably see like him just going. I don't want him to grow up, but I am excited to see him probably going into like the ages of like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
To see my husband kind of hands-on like deal with that stuff. Like even like I'm looking forward to him saying, "Daddy, I have to go to the bathroom," and I don't have to get up. Like I'm looking forward to those. Like in the restaurant, well, you probably already have it. But I'm like, I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? It's always me. Okay.
But by the way, it's only one. He's only willing to take one of them, so he's not going to take two. I still have to take Cade, the challenging one, and he takes Knox to the big boy. But now Cade is like, I'm going to go with you. So I'm like,
yeah, you got to take him. Yes, I say I'm looking forward to that just to see the dynamic between him and my husband and see how that goes. So I'm like ready for that because I have it already.
I love that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely excited for like the sport era. Well, I'm gonna be in them bleachers.
Let's
go!
Are you hoping like he's gonna run track?
This one right here. You see her in the stands?
Cade pissed me off because he's like so because it is true. Because let me tell you, he wasn't doing nothing. Because let me tell you, I honestly, so this is what's funny is I didn't grow up with a bunch of like little kids around. Like I was the only child. I had all my cousins. We all grew up together, so it was just us.
Same.
So I didn't and I don't have any siblings. So people like as we were getting older, like teenagers, there was nobody that was having little kids for me to see like how little kids are. Unlike my husband, he grew up with 9. There was 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because all of his family, even my mom, everybody's like, Knox is different. Like he's physical. Like he's really like he was rolling right away. Like it was like almost like a month and a half that he started rolling over. And I was like, so I was stressed because I didn't want him to roll over and suffocate because he was rolling quick. But it turned out that he really was like physically developing quicker.
Mm.
So he is my athlete star. Like he could do anything. And Knox just jumps the right way. He lands the right way. He's like a professional swimmer. We want to do competitive swim. He just can do everything really well. So I'm going out on the field with him at 2 and he's killing it. He's on the soccer field making goals. And so I'm like, cool, let's bring Cade out.
I'm at 2.
Cade to different children are different.
I had to check myself because I'm like, is he supposed to be? Because the coach was like, it's okay. It's more so they come out and they're not competing. They're just enjoying the environment. And I'm like, enjoying the environment.
Like he's doing nothing.
Yeah.
He's way on the other field
Right.
picking grass and taking his clothes off. He was like taking his shoes and socks off and running on the field and eating snacks. I mean, it was just like, go and play on the field with the team.
Please do what everyone else is doing.
Right.
Just
Like,
act like you want to do
I
it.
was
Are
like
you here?
upset. And then I just was like, okay, it's fine. He's my different kid. So I have not put him back in. And he just knocks his baseball. And so he just started being interested, trying to bat. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll start you again.
Yeah, maybe he'll like it this time.
To Kai's point, I'm out there like, come on, let's go.
That would be what? That's gonna be me.
And see, and that's the thing, the
In
trial
whatever
and error
sport.
of trying to see what's what. Because
Yeah.
my daughter was kind of like that. Like, put her in soccer, I put her in ballet, I put her in this. And I'm like, what is your thing? Because like you
What
act
do you
like you
like?
don't care about nothing. Like,
Mhm.
what is going on? So I'm like, I had to really start paying attention. What do you like? And this is all I've been paying attention, but just understanding who she is and who she's becoming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what we realized was, okay, I think maybe she's more of like an artist.
Mhm.
Ooh.
She loves drawing. She loves coloring. Okay, let's kind of tap into that. Let's see, does that spark something? Like, what do you love? Like, I know Honor loves ninja. He loves jumping. He loves running. He loves climbing. He loves kicking. Like, that's his thing. And then, like, we even tried basketball with him,
Yep.
which was like interesting. Imagine 3-year-old basketball, like what that looks like, a 3-year-old basketball team. But, and then towards the end, you kind of saw the spark there. Like, okay, so you like basketball.
Mhm.
All right. With my daughter, it's like,
What you
okay,
like, girl?
what you like, girl?
What do you like?
What do you want to, So drawing, we put her in an art class.
Yeah.
She's beginning to really thrive.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm like,
Very
well, what
cool.
else do you like? Well, I really like singing. Is she a good singer? Not yet. But
She could be.
maybe.
Right.
Do
Come
I have
on,
Whitney
vocals.
Houston on my hands? I don't know. Like,
Come on, sissy, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So we put her in voice lessons, and she's only had one lesson, but she's like excited about it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to see the excitement. What is
Yep.
it? So what if sports
Paid, yeah.
isn't, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like, what if
different.
it's not his thing?
And that's exactly what I said. And I remember when I
you
was a
can't
kid.
not play sports in the Everline house. Are you crazy?
Oh.
girl.
There's gonna have to be some sort of
He's
sport.
right.
Pickleball. Pickleball.
This
Hello,
And it's not boss. It's Dom.
Oh, okay,
Dom is
yeah.
the competitive
Look,
one.
because I love it. Yeah, boss be like, I don't want my kids to peak too early. I'm like, if he don't be the best on the team right now.
okay, right.
But no. It is true though, because I didn't want to keep forcing him, and I didn't want him to think like, oh, my mom, And then but the thing was, is I felt bad because I felt like I was putting Knox in all of this activity, and Cage just coming to join. And I'm like, do you want to participate? Like,
Right.
But he really did not. And so, but to your point, I do know, like, I remember as a younger child, my parents gave me the opportunity just to choose. Like, I had to be active, or I had to,
you have to be
do
active.
something. So I had to choose what my extracurriculars were. And the only thing was that I just could not quit. Okay. So I had to, if I was going to do it, I had to do it for the season. I had to finish the class. I had to do whatever it was. So I would do, I was doing at one point, I was like going from basketball practice to jazz practice to, all the different things that I was trying, I was just trying to figure out what I really love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll do this. I think we could do the same thing with our kids and see what they're interested in and what they're not interested in. And go from there.
But just being active is great.
Yeah, right.
Just
It's
something.
so fun. Just have to.
Just
An
something.
idle mind is the problem for me. You know what I mean?
My
Like,
father
you have
used
to
to
be
tell me all the time, a book and a ball. Pick up a book and pick up a ball. Pick up a book and pick up a ball.
a book and a ball, book and a ball.
Growing up. I picked up track though, so I got some spikes. I ain't pick up no ball.
Well, maybe Norika's gonna be fast.
He already
He's
is.
a runner.
He
He's
already
fast.
is.
He's
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, he's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd rather him play a sport with a ball, to be honest. But if he ends up with track, that's cool too.
I mean, anything to me. It's like keep your mind active
Yeah,
and doing
anything.
something and away from all this madness.
Yes.
Is
I
my
love
thing.
that.
Okay, let's push along. So now that we've established we are well versed, okay, in the parenting.
Right. 1000%. And it's a good question. It's a big picky off of
What?
me having problems right now. My child's not listening. Okay.
Well, I don't think any of our kids are listening too well.
Well, Blythe listens pretty
Except
well.
for Blythe. Oh yeah,
Right.
Blythe will come up and say, Auntie Dom, Knox is doing something dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He's dangerous.
"Ugh,
I love that.
And her new thing is boys are so her new thing.
That's so funny.
Okay, so
funny.
excluding Blythe, what are your parenting techniques? Okay, I'm always interested to ask a mom about this idea of gentle
Are you
parenting,
gentle?
right?
Are you old
This
school?
Right.
I feel like it's a new thing, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm not educated on what gentle parenting is.
I think it's a new thing.
But it seems
Is
like
it?
it's a new
I think
way.
maybe now it just has a name.
I think it's something, but not new.
It seems like it's a millennial thing.
It wasn't
like-
our parent thing.
It's like, hey, 3-year-old, do you
It's
need
not our
therapy?
thing. No, I don't believe that.
Oh, okay, I got what you mean.
Oh, I get what you mean.
We did not
Okay,
grow
wait,
up like
so do you
that.
guys
Absolutely.
believe in gentle parenting? Do you think there's something to it? Like what like talk to me.
I like gentle parenting, but with a firm approach.
Okay, so
Okay.
explain that.
It needs to be a good mix of both. I don't like what I don't like is the old school way where
I'm just getting
it's
beat.
just do as I say, not as I do.
Mhm.
I think you should.
The not
talk
as I
things
do is
out.
crazy, by the way.
Right. It's like, dang.
Like,
you know,
I just put my role model. How you yelling at me for doing what you doing, but you're not gonna yell at yourself?
hello.
But you doing it.
But
Hypocrisy at its
kids
finest.
follow example. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But I think talking things out is so at least they understand the why versus like, I don't know why I'm in trouble. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, at least you understand.
So give me an example. Like, what's an example? You can give me a personal example or a random example of
Okay.
something where you had to discipline. And you're like, okay, this is a gentle
But firm.
Okay. I'll tell you the advice that I gave Naycha,
Okay.
which was the chart. The
I
behavior
didn't use it. I
didn't
didn't
use
use it.
a behavior chart. So I was like,
Mm.
okay, what do they do at school that helps keep them in line? Because it's
Mhm.
like you go pick them up and they're like, oh, they were so great and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then you get home and it's like, they
Yeah.
run amok. So I'm like, what's the difference between you being at school than you being here? Like, why can't you also
Okay.
listen at home? And what I realized is that they have these charts,
Mm-hmm.
and the charts mean so much to the kids. Oh, I got my name at the top of the chart. Or if they got their name at the bottom of the chart, they know that they didn't have a good day or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, let me look for a chart on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I found this chart where you can write their name and the name can move up or down.
Okay.
Up is, you know, it's excellent. You know, there's levels. And then the bottom is completely
Red zone.
Yeah, red zone. You lose a privilege, timeout, whatever. So that, for me, at least in a gentle kind of way, has been effective as far like it means so much. I'm like, oh, you know what? Who's not listening? Okay, no, name at the bottom of the chart. Oh,
Yeah.
no, please don't move my name. Like it's such a big deal. Like, I mean, you would have think that I spanked them or
Yeah.
something, you know? And it actually kind of works. I mean, I'm not going to say it's always 100% effective,
Mhm.
but if you have to kind of
For like day to day, it helps
exactly.
alleviate some of the stresses.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, okay, oh, you're doing a great job. Let's move your name up. Oh my goodness. And it's not, and sometimes I'll offer a reward,
Mhm.
like, you know, a sucker or, you know, a candy
Yeah.
lollipop. But a lot of times they just want to see their name
So
at
where's
the
the chart located in your house?
top, on the fridge.
Okay.
So
So it's
everyone
like,
can
it's
see it.
very visible. They can, anytime they're in the kitchen, they see it, you know? So it's like,
Mm.
oh, my name's at the top. Oh, Honor, your name's at the bottom. You know, and they kind of have like a little competition with each
Competition.
other. Cause it's like, well, who can be the better sibling, basically.
Mhm.
So that's
think?
kind of like one of my little
I mean,
tips.
I've done the charts before. Blackie likes it. To be honest, when it comes to like gentle, Harry's definitely a gentle parent. He's definitely, because he has all girls, so he's not gonna yell at them.
Mm-mm.
If he yelled, I mean, they murder someone.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's
it's the end of the
no,
world.
yeah, he's not yelling. So he does do a lot of, in my opinion, gentle parenting, but he's firm. He is firm. So I mean, I guess like trouble in our house would look like, say our 10-year-old's throwing a tantrum. He'll be like, okay, well, it's fine that you want to express your feelings and dad's okay with that. Can you go upstairs and do it in your room though? And
As he should.
and they go upstairs.
Go
And
That is not what's happening in my house.
And they go upstairs and Harry doesn't care. They could kick a wall. I'm like, those upstairs kick a wall. He's like, I don't care. That's her room. She did that. I'm
Oh
like,
no, not in my
So-
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
Yeah,
Wow.
he doesn't.
You don't pick
I
my
mean,
nothing up in here.
to be honest, it's very effective. I mean, everyone has been to like our house, and our girls are very polite. Harry's like from the Navy. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He does not being polite. Like our kids could come in here and break that camera right there. And Harry's response, like, did she say sorry? And he's like, yeah, she said sorry. I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Like, no one's getting a spanking.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
he's I didn't say we're the same.
Yeah.
But
That's just him. Okay.
he's definitely very gentle.
What
parent.
about you?
Like,
Right. Look.
I'm just waiting for you.
you know,
Now we know that she feel her
is
earrings
it me when like Harry's home or me when I'm by myself?
No.
Right.
The true you.
The truth.
Yeah, the truth.
Like, to be honest, I'm not necessarily a gentle parent. I'm not going off, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not having mental breakdowns in front of them, but I'm like, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do. I said, don't do it. All right. Like, it's very, I'm very firm. I get my point across. And, but yeah, Harry doesn't like yelling at the kids. He's very gentle. He's a very gentle parent.
You think he's going to be the same gentle with
No,
little Harry?
I don't. I absolutely think he'll be totally different with the boy. And he says it like he's like been preparing me. Like, don't step in between me when I'm disciplining my son. Don't do this. And I'm like, okay, so it's changing up. Gotcha. It's
And
not
you're
so
going to have the
gentle
soft
anymore.
spot for
And I'm going to be the one
yeah.
like, hey, don't yell at my son. You don't yell at the girls. Why you got to yell at him? You know what I mean? It wasn't even that bad. So, I mean.
Guys, I have to tell you, I do not believe in gentle parenting.
We know.
Not that I believe in like, what would be like mean.
We're not
aggressive
it's not
parenting or anything like that. It's not like anything
You walk
crazy.
around with the belt around your neck.
No, but like from what I
got, y'all.
right, like a threat. Although sometimes boss had to do that a couple times. And
Let
me just present this
Let
belt.
me just present you with this belt.
But no, really what it is I guess the things that I've seen with gentle parenting and examples of like these communication methods was like, hey, little Timmy, I see that you're really wanting to do
We already know who you're talking to.
Timmy is.
Right.
Hey, little Timmy. I see that you snatched that popsicle out of mommy's hand because you were really excited to get that popsicle, weren't
Oh,
you?
that's too gentle.
And
That's
to
too
me,
gentle
it's
for me.
like, one, you're not going to snatch out of my hands. But two, what's happening in my house, we're not talking about like snatching. We're talking about like, hey, Knox, I see you want to jump off the balcony right now. Is that the safest option? Let's make the best choice. Get down right now. Like for real. Like that that is like there's no conversation that needs to be had. So to me, there are things, and this goes to more so of the patience of a mother or patience of a parent, where sometimes I have to check myself and I could tell like, okay, I'm overwhelmed because I'm just like, no, oh my gosh, stop. And I'm like, okay, that didn't warrant like a no. Like I could have been like, hey, well, what do you want? That kind of thing.
Right.
But when it comes to like something happened, like I'm not going to put them on Front Street, but one of my kids spit in my nanny's face.
But you'll put the shit eater on spot.
Which is crazy, right?
Oh,
I'd rather be the spitter than
I
the
love
shit
how it
eater.
came back around. It came right back around.
Okay, fine. Not spit in the nanny's face.
Oh no.
And it wasn't like a spit like it was a big spit. It was a spit. I mean, regardless, it was spit. But it wasn't like, I hate you, like that kind of thing. It was just kind of like playing in the moment. And then like
you thought that was funny.
No, he didn't think it was funny. It was more so like he didn't like something and then he spit. It wasn't like a meat, like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, he's 4, so he doesn't have that. He doesn't even know what spitting means to somebody. So just to put it out there. But anyways, he spit really bad. And by no means in my house is that acceptable, period.
Yeah.
There's no gentle parenting that I can, you know what I mean?
No.
The behavior continues.
So what'd you do?
He got in trouble. Big trouble. He got popped.
What that mean?
He got popped.
Was it gentle parenting trouble or was it?
I'm popping your ass right now.
No, that's and his dad had to get in there because I said, this is not happening. And so then he had to go down. He lost his iPad as well. And he had to go down and reassure that's also the help that I've given to you, to me, our home and you, you need to reassure that this will never happen again. You know what I mean? Like we're not having no misbehaved kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Express yourself however you want. We can have conversations, especially I'm sure you're in an older phase where we need to have a conversation about stuff. But at 2, 4, and Cruz is not getting in trouble, but 2 and 4, you're not going to, 3 and 4, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
It's you're going to listen because also kids don't understand at that age, like running in the street, slamming door, all that stuff. It's unacceptable. It just is. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I agree. I want to say a balance, kind of.
Maybe.
I definitely talk. So like, he is very aware like why you don't do certain things. Like you don't do that because of X, Y, and Z. Well, he doesn't respond well to yelling. Like the moment, like if I say something right, and I got to repeat myself over and over again. Oh, I start yelling. If I got to repeat myself 2 times, oh, my voice is getting raised, and then he'll like kind of like stop yelling, like, and I'm like, well, mother effer, if you listen the first time, then I wouldn't have to yell. But like, and even like popping him, it's like sometimes putting him on a timeout by himself is more effective than me popping him, because when I'm popping him, sometimes it doesn't faze him, and I'm like, and then sometimes it just makes matters worse because now you're screaming on top of your lungs because I just popped you, and like you can't even calm your body down.
Right.
But if I send you somewhere off, like I just did this weekend. I was like, I'm done with this shit. So I put a little corner in his room with a little stool. That's your timeout area. And he'll cry there. He'll sit there. And then after he gets up, I'm like, all right, so why did you have to go there? I don't know. Well, then go sit back down until we could talk about it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's more, it's working. So I feel like I'm not that gentle, even though his father will say I'm a little gentle. His father definitely say, because he has like the little soft spot, but he's a boy. So it's like, you can't be too gentle to him.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you can't be too rough.
Yeah.
I'm not that rough. Well, I'm a little rough, but I'm not that rough. But I'm trying to also read him as a child, because every child's different. Like, I got popped when I was younger. I got hit with objects and like belts and hangers and shit. Like, that's how we were raised, in a sense of like, you don't listen, you get beat, you get punished. In this day and age too, I feel like everyone is very like, doesn't want to hurt a child's feelings because of how they may turn out. But I feel like it's kind of doing the opposite, because now I'm giving you too much like freedom in a sense, and like room to actually even like, I want you to have a voice and say, but on the same flip side, no, I'm telling you what it is. I know what's right. You could have a say maybe later.
Well, it's like 12-year-olds have more of
life.
a better opinion on what they should do with their lives than their own parents.
That part. Okay. So I think for me right now, I'm trying to just like learn my child, learning that like, I do definitely yell. Sometimes I go off the deep end, and he doesn't really respond well to the yelling. He doesn't really respond well to like the hitting. So it's like, all right, what can I do different that he's going to respond the way that I need him to respond? So now we're doing timeouts. He still gets popped, but
It's good. That goes back to what you were saying. Is I love when your kids actually understand why they're getting in trouble.
Yeah, it makes
because Knox can clearly, like, after he spit in her face, there's no, I don't know why you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, he
you
knew.
know exactly
And he
why
felt
you're
like,
in trouble.
damn.
And you know the series of events why you're in trouble. It's first spit. Then it's he does this resistance thing where he's holding on to the staircase, and you're like, am I gonna have to rip you off the staircase? Like, it's just a challenge, So anyways, at this point, I think I like your idea of like, as long as your kid is understanding what they're getting in trouble for, that's the most important. Because you don't want them to be so
they
confused.
have no idea where it's like, because I feel like there was points in my life where like I'm getting in trouble and I'm a little confused to why I'm actually getting in trouble. I didn't do it. My sister did. I didn't do that.
Right.
Why am I getting yelled at?
Yeah.
That's where I come in and I try to explain to Narik too, like, do you know why you're getting in trouble? And he'll tell me no. And I'm like, well, all right, let's talk about it. This is why you got in trouble. X, Y, and Z. Okay, I get it. Can't do that. All right.
So Asia, how do you feel? I'm sorry, Kai. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know how like I was just telling you this the other day, like I'm very with Blythe, because all my kids are different, but with Blythe, I'm very direct with her about my emotions and how something made me feel. So just like she'll cry about something and be like, oh my God, that hurt my feelings. I'm very direct with her, like, that hurt my feelings. You doing that hurt mommy's feelings. Or, mommy could cry. That things like that will make like spit in someone's face. That makes mommy very sad. That will make mommy cry. and Blythe can't take it. Disappointment to her
Oh my gosh.
is like the worst thing. Like, oh my God. Like, in their mind, like, mommy, I can't believe that. Like, you're the best mommy to me. I don't want to make you cry. I don't want to, and I'm like, well, you have to, it's more so of like kind of being vulnerable with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing you learn in therapy when you're trying to communicate with your husband. Tell him how you feel versus what, what I'm saying, what you want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like the house could stink if you don't take the trash out rather than you're lazy, take the trash out. You know what I mean? It kind of, they respond to it.
Well, it just depends on your husband because Ross would be like, I don't do film.
No, but that's 1,000% true.
But I'm just saying that's how they tell you to communicate.
That's
You know what I mean? So then
true.
when you're communicating with them, we're not taking, as we should probably take us and our 3-year-olds to therapy because they're toxic as hell. Can you sit down and tell them what they're doing is toxic?
Right.
But instead, it's like, I do explain my feelings to Blythe all the time. Like, oh, this made mommy very happy. This made mommy, whatever. And she's like, it makes her, so she's very expressive of the way she feels when she's doing something. Like, how does that make you feel? And she's like, oh, it makes me feel pretty. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel. So we just kind of express ourselves.
That's what I try to get Narik to do now. Like, because he goes from 0 to 100. There is no 25. There's no 50. Like, if he's mad about something, he's sad about something, he's going to give the same energy as if something drastic happened. Like, I'm crying, I'm doing the whole 9 yards. And a lot of times I got to look at him and be like, yo, nah, relax. Like, take a deep breath. What are you feeling?
Yeah.
Why are you so upset? Like, this doesn't warrant that big emotion. Let's talk about it. Because you didn't get an ice pop is crazy.
Kate will be like,
ice pop is crazy.
No big breath, mommy. No breath. No breath. And he'll hold his breath. Let's take a breath, Kate, because you don't need to be crying right now. He'll be like,
just hold it.
I'm going to go and bend everything he said.
So I want to move forward. So right now we're going to do like a little guessing game, talking points on a few different things, hacks, mom life. So we'll start off with the first question is, who can guess the longest time that it takes someone to get out of the house? With your kids, that is.
Guess one of us.
How do you want to do it, V?
So how long, who takes the longest?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Who takes the longest? Dom.
I want to say Dom.
I'm going to say Dom takes the longest.
And then I'm going to say Asia. And then I'm going to say Kai and then myself.
Okay, so how long does it take everybody then?
Ooh. Give me a solid 20.
For school, what's your school to get out of the house for school?
Okay.
Well, actually, that's not even fair for me because
like we're talking about from wake up,
and getting ready.
Yeah, wake up, get ready, go to school.
Hour and a half.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say I'm up by 7, and my ideal time to be out the door is by 8:25.
Y'all take an hour and a half to get yourselves together with your children.
Well, they get up at 6.
Your kids get up at 6 o'clock? Jesus Christ.
Hold on, I'm getting confused now. So your kids get up at 6 and you leave the house at 8?
Like 7:40.
Okay.
But you're coming from where?
Up the street.
No, it's not.
Do they play in the morning? And your kids are waking up at.
They eat breakfast.
They get up at 7:15.
Okay, and then you're out the house at.
We have to be out the house by 8:25.
Do they eat?
Yeah, they eat, girl.
Okay,
what
so
kind of mom do you think I am?
And your kids are
I know some moms that give their kids like a bag of chips and like they keep it moving. Like that's breakfast. And I'm like, Doritos?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That is like,
and I don't care if anybody judges me. That's disgusting.
Somebody needs to get reported.
That's disgusting.
First
thing in the morning.
There's no way.
There's no way, by the way, you should be eating breakfast on the way to school.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I wake my kids up. I actually beat y'all a little bit. I'm up at like 6:45, and then I wake my kids up at, Cruz is up at 7.
30 minutes
I have an extra kid. So anyway, Cruz is up right at 7, milk and getting all that. Then downstairs for breakfast. Once breakfast is ready, then I go get the kids. So most time the kids wake up at 7:30, and then we leave the house no later than 8:30. So it's a full hour.
Mm-hmm.
They get ready pretty quick. Knox is problematic right now. He's like fighting, getting ready. But they get ready pretty quick. My number one thing is like, I don't know what your thing is, Nate, but my number one thing is I don't want my kids to feel like they're rushed in the morning.
I don't like
I want their day to feel like it's a good day. They get to watch little morning cartoons. They eat their breakfast. They put their clothes, It's not like, hurry up. Because they say that kids, especially as older, they say that parents that rush their kids out, it like actually hinders the way that they learn in the classroom. And it just starts them off like, I don't have all the facts and stuff, but I do know like that's not a positive thing. So I would just let them, get their 30 minutes of dress, get their 30 minutes of eating.
I definitely get up before them to start the process.
Yeah.
And when Blythe is getting up, it's time to go. Like she knows like, oh, let me go eat. Let me go take my vitamins. Let me brush my teeth. Like she has
a good child. I want her to come live with me.
Girl, she's the sweetest.
Mind you, my son's waking me up in the morning, y'all.
What?
But he also doesn't eat like a full. He also wakes up like a cracker. Like that kid sees a little bit of light going through his little
hairy.
He'd be ready to go. But he'll wake up. I usually make breakfast for myself, and I'll make him like an egg on the side. Right now, he's not really off the eggs right now. He wants to take a little break, so I don't really make him much anything because they make breakfast there, and I know he's going to eat it. So I don't want him eating triple the amount of food. So usually he'll eat like a bowl of fruit in the morning with his eggs. This week we're not doing eggs, but and then he'll like play. He'll play with his Leap Star. He'll play with his toys. And then the days that he doesn't get to play, he'll ask me, "Oh, I didn't get to play." So he likes to wake up a little earlier so he can have that time.
Yep.
But honestly, it doesn't take us that long. Like even today was a later day. He didn't want to wake up. So I had to go in there and wake him up. And we left probably 10, 15 minutes after he woke up because I was ready. You're ready now because we got.
So this is another thing that takes me a minute. There's no way I could leave in 10 minutes because
ever.
And I don't know I don't know what everybody's routine is, but I love look. My kids be going to school with lotion down, with the hair done, with the whole outfit put together, new underwear. We need a whole situation going on, which I do put all the clothes out ahead of time.
10 minutes for photos before we leave.
Yeah, it's like it's
a process.
Yeah, like
it's a
my
whole
daughter
situation.
gotta make sure her hair looks nice. Like,
I got a little.
I'm greasing up these kids from head to toe.
We shea butter in the face. We brushing it. We doing it all.
I know that's in the videos. They're dancing in the morning. Blythe has to do a whole dance routine before she leaves.
Blythe's. We need a video. We're gonna put one of Blythe's dance routines up on here. So
dancing
cute.
all day.
Okay, so here we go. So that's one. So Naycha's the winner on that. Okay,
it's definitely me.
Okay, so tips or hacks to managing chaos in the morning before leaving the house, like or just tips in general for leaving the house. Like, what would you say is like your number one tip? Say you have 3 tips, each of us.
Get the kid dressed first.
I would say no. I'm getting dressed first.
Okay, but hold on.
You wake up first.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna get the kid dressed first.
No, okay, but hold on. I want to go,
together.
so I want to be able to pull.
I'm opposite.
So we'll go in order or whatever.
Okay.
You want to go? Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Y'all
edit that part out, Rob.
Okay. Y'all can give me the same reaction.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
To be honest, and you're gonna go against me, I get my kid dressed first. I get them all situated first so that he can go.
All as one.
I said one. I said them all. Him. So he can then do what he needs to do. So like if I get him dressed first and I sent him to go brush his teeth, yada yada yada, then he's done.
No, that's chaotic because then they want something from you while you're trying to get ready.
Maybe that's the only child kind of thing because he'll occupy himself. He'll
definitely giving
he'll play on the
lead
star. He'll play with his toys in his room, and then when it's time to leave, I'll be like, all right, come on.
I'll be getting dressed and Blythe be took her clothes off the chain.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh.
Oh yeah, no, not my son.
He can't be walking around naked. I'm like, you're kidding.
Absolutely not.
Although Kate has been really interested in getting dressed in the morning. But anyways, okay, so that's you say one, so 2 more. 2 more tips.
She don't.
You go next. Let's back around.
She don't have tips.
I don't have a tip.
Okay, Kai. Go ahead, Kai. 3 tips, Kai.
3 tips. Wake up 30 minutes before them. You want to make sure that you do. Sometimes Blythe takes hot lunches, so I do the lunch in the morning before she leaves. So I would say lunch before, getting ready before, and coffee.
Ooh,
good one, right?
Coffee. Come on, buddy.
And coffee are my 3.
What you say, girl?
Definitely wake up early. I wake up. Well, you say 30 minutes. I wake up an hour earlier.
Do you wake up at what?
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
5, yeah.
Girl, I just fell asleep.
I have to. Like that's like it takes me a minute. And if it's too quick, and then I'm going in hot with them, and then they're waking up a particular way, then that sends me, and now we both like this.
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
So
That makes sense.
this is for me.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It's your
So,
Zen moment.
Yeah, that,
You
and
need
then
that.
also waking them up early, so that
Mhm.
way, like you said, they could take their time,
Mm-hmm.
so they're not rushed. Because I do believe that as well. Like how you start your day is how it'll
ends.
continue. And
Yeah.
my daughter is a very sensitive soul, so
Mm.
if there's like any type of riff in the morning, she takes that emotion to school,
Yeah.
and then it's like now she's having a rough day. So I always got to make sure like I pump her up, you
Yeah.
know. And oh, also something else that this is the third thing that we do right before they get out of the car. We say affirmations just to kind of set up their mind
I
and
love
like their
that.
intention for the day. So that's like our thing. Like we can't get out the car till we set our intentions. What are our affirmations? You know. So that's like
Well, now
one
that's
of
gonna
the
be
things.
my thing too.
That's
Yes,
about to be my
that's
thing,
gonna be
too.
And look, anybody can use it. Okay, it's so
It's universal.
it's universal. So we all say today is the day the Lord has made.
Mhm.
I will rejoice. I will be happy. I will be kind. I'll just throw in like all these other different
Mhm.
words and then say in it and then say amen. And then that's it. So it's like they're already kind of
I
like
love that.
setting their mind, their heart, their spirit of
Mhm.
like just, okay, this is the type of day I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna say it don't get tricky.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
It might
but
take a
at
turn.
least- right. It might take a turn. But
Mhm.
for the most part, it's like
It helps.
it's just it's in them, you know.
Yeah.
So
I
those
love
are my
that.
tips.
So I will say I can't wait to get to. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m., but I can't wait until my kids. I can wait, but I am looking forward to when my kids get older, especially like out of the waking up in the middle of the night because crew's still waking up with the teething and stuff.
Right.
Same.
Because then I'm more inclined to wake up because for me, it's a challenge to wake up so
Mhm.
early
Yeah.
when if I don't know how my night what it went. You
Of
know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah.
So if it's one of those nights where I'm like, and all the kids have a stomach flu, and I'm in every room all night,
Yeah.
and
No,
by
you're
the
not
time,
getting up. You're not getting up. At
there's
5.
no way. So
No.
I can't really plan my days like
Yeah.
that. But I do know no matter what, our nanny comes in at 7 a.m. So I go down, I wake up, I go down, I unlock the thing. So I wake up at like 6:40.
Yeah.
Wake up, let her in, get the bottle on the stove for Cruz because he's up. He's that boy. He's ready to go. He's ready at 7 a.m. Get his bottle going. Normally the nanny takes Cruz while I then go in and wake up the other kids.
Mhm.
So a couple of my tips are going to be one, prep as much as you can the night before. So clothes are out.
Yep.
All the clothes are out. The shoes are out. The socks are out. And make sure that the kid has approved it to avoid any
Seriously.
changing in the morning.
Ooh, yep. That's big.
Also, lunches are packed.
Yep. Pack.
Waters are packed.
Mhm.
Everything
Water.
is done. And I have, which is a really great thing for my household, is a whiteboard that I put on because it's just me in the morning. My husband is gone. So the nannies come in. And I put on like what breakfast is, what lunch is, what everything is that's already prepped.
Mhm.
And that's like a huge
That's
help
good.
so that I don't have to be worried about giving direction.
Yeah.
So that's going to be number one. Number two is I would say have a set of everything for downstairs. So I have a toothbrush, the
Yeah.
hair stuff,
Oh, I
the
do that.
lotion,
Have
Yep.
to.
because
Have
we're not
to.
going
Yep.
up and down.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not
not
going up
doing
and down the
that.
stairs. Harry hates that. He's like, why is this in the bathroom downstairs? I'm like, you have to.
Oh, you have to. So the
Yeah.
guest room has their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
same.
where they go brush their teeth. That's where they do everything. I mean, that's a must.
Mhm.
Must.
Okay, and then let's see what my third tip is. I would have to say, honestly, my third tip is anything, because I like to send my kids to school with a positive note. So anything that they really enjoy doing. So Cade, he likes to have his bear and his cars on the side and watch some cartoons in the morning. It's like whatever's fine for them to eat their breakfast and get through the morning just so we
Mhm.
can get out the door is cool. Only thing I don't do is iPads in the morning. We can't do that.
Not in the
But I'm
morning.
fine with putting on, they want to watch Hot Wheels or whatever their show is. And it just helps them just smoothly eat their breakfast in the morning and no problems, no questions. And then we just get out the door.
Yeah.
So those would be my three that I enjoy. And I think I'm going to add my affirmation. So we'll do
Affirmation.
that.
Gonna add those
Oh, wait. I
affirmations.
have one more that I kind of like just started. And
Mhm,
so I took away TV
mhm,
during breakfast and dinner
mhm.
Good.
because it was becoming too distracting. So that's
Mhm.
that's one. And then the other one is I do dinner right after school now. So dinner
Yeah, I do that
is
too.
like
Early, I like that.
almost like 4 o'clock. So I read this TikTok thing and I was like, like this mom basically was talking about it. And I was like, okay, let me try that because at least with my daughter, with homework and how hungry they are when I pick them up and they're like ransacking the pantry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we can't keep doing this. Like it's becoming more and more difficult to get you to sit down, do your homework, focus, concentrate. And I stumbled upon this video and the lady is like, oh, we do afternoon dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And it puts the kids like in a more calm state. And then we're able to do homework and then, bath or whatever. And then they could just kind of relax for the rest of the night. I said, let me try this.
Mm-hmm.
The first week was a little interesting. Now we kind of have a flow.
Got a routine.
And like dinner at 4 o'clock actually works. I mean, I have to eat earlier, but it allows for us to like kind of like talk about what happened at school. And then when we're finished, they're full. We can zoom through the homework. Nobody's trying to ransack the pantry, eating too many snacks. And because they eat too many snacks and then they only want a little bit of dinner. And that was like, also, I worked so hard on this dinner. Are you kidding me? Like, you're going to eat.
Look, I do one snack at 3 o'clock and Cade, he's the snacker. No more. And then we do dinner at 5. But it's because my kids, they want to go outside and be in the mud and play. And I let them just get all that energy out. Then come in, dinner, then boom, 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 bath time in bed. But I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Something new. It's still like kinks, but
I'm not
I
doing
like
homework. So.
I started
right. You're not right.
I started giving Nariq dinner earlier because he has the same issue.
Okay.
This mother lover comes home and it's like, can you open that, mommy? And now he's climbing.
Right.
So he'll climb and I'm like, bro, you're gonna break the handle. But he'll climb. The other day he came in the room. He's like, look what I got. I'm like, haha, you're gonna go put it back. He's like, no, I don't want it. But like he's always trying to eat snacks and stuff. So I started giving him dinner early as well.
So hungry, then eat dinner.
It's made a difference. I mean, he's still asking for snacks after because he thinks dessert goes with everything. But I'll give you the snacks after.
My kids are hungry nonstop, I tell you.
Oh, my kids have a bottomless pit. It's
Next
terrible.
question, because I know we're going over. Next question. Okay. Let's talk about best baby products that you can't live without.
The nose sucker, the baby Frida.
Oh, yeah.
Suck them boogies right out them nose.
Yep.
Okay, nose sucker for you.
Baby Frida.
What would you say yours is?
Oh, go to somebody else. I don't know.
My favorite thing is that Medela, the hospital grade pump.
Oh, the pump, yeah.
Yeah, I can't live without it. It's my it's my
I
holy
love the
grail.
Medela.
Yeah, any breastfeeding moms need that. For sure.
But it's like this Medela you need. Okay, like when you think you know, she'll tell you like
I don't know.
It's like the best one. It's kind of expensive, but if you're going to breastfeed, then it's worth it. It's amazing. It's the best thing.
If I ever have
both
another
my kids.
one, I'll have to let you
I now have 2 of them.
Yeah, no, she gave me that. It like extracts the milk in 5 minutes.
Like it's
no
quick.
time.
It takes
and
no
it
time.
gets your flow, your milk production going better because
it's amazing. I love it.
Okay, so you got one now?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with I'm a sleep training mom, so I think everybody needs mine are 2 together: a Hatch, the sound machine.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll agree with you on that.
A Nanit.
I knew you was gonna say
and a
Nanit.
Nanit.
I don't know Nanit.
So a Nanit is
Camera.
I can't believe that. Yeah, it is the most important camera that you can ever have.
Best
because
thing
you
ever.
can access it on Wi-Fi from wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like only in the house,
Yeah.
you can be on your phone in Greece and checking if your kids are on the bed on time and all of that.
Seeing what they're doing.
You can see the whole room and everything. So
Okay.
those are my number 2 or my number.
I knew you were gonna say Nanit.
Number 1, 2 things important.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you on Hatch. I still use Hatch.
Okay, V, what's going on? I think we should just cancel this. Yeah, because we're too far over. I was just trying to get these last little cute questions. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let me just do one more and then we'll close, and you can ask a couple producer questions. Yeah. Okay, so what is your saving grade? Okay, iPad, tablets. What's one
I like
thing?
that one.
iPad.
Mm-hmm.
I like what's one thing you want your kids. Oh, do kids learn from you on a producer question? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the last question on the speed round.
It's a little controversial.
Ooh.
Do you limit iPads and tablets for your kids?
Yes.
He doesn't even get the tablet for real. He only gets the tablet if we're doing his hair or like very, very rare occasions on the outside.
Mhm.
He doesn't really get access to TV either. So he only watches TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He'll tell you that.
I love that.
I get to watch TV Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and mommy gets to watch TV Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Damn.
Share. Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah, we limited. Like, Harry's more free with it than I am,
Mhm.
but if we're home, we can find something to do. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
like, what else can we do? Like, what else can we do?
Mhm.
She gets it when, sometimes when she asks, Blythe had a thing with sleepwalking,
Mhm.
you remember? And her doctor said that the tablet needs to be taken away at least an hour before bed. Like, she can't watch it going into bed. So,
Oh,
like how
interesting.
some people will give you the tablet
Oh, I
like
know.
5 minutes in the bed before you go to bed. And when we took it, she stopped sleepwalking.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Because her
she
mind
doesn't
was
do it.
still going.
It was still
Mhm.
going. It was racing.
Mhm.
So we take it and she probably, I don't have a set time. Like sometimes she asks for it and we're like, okay. And sometimes she asks for it and we're like, yeah, find something else to do. So I don't have a set time, but she's not sitting on the iPad all day either.
Yeah. I
No,
would
there's
have to
no
say,
point.
Yeah.
I would have to say, so Knox, when I had Knox, the poor boy didn't get the tablet at all.
No, not
He never got iPad. Even my kids still to this day, they don't know what McDonald's is. Knox is just now finding out because his friends like McDonald's, and so he's like, "Oh, McDonald's," and they've never eaten McDonald's. Like,
What?
there's certain things that I just, just haven't
Having introduced
exposed my
Yeah.
kids to or given my kids. But the tablet, the iPad was one of them with Knox early on.
Yeah.
And I had never allowed him to do that. We were just always talking. It was COVID too. It was like full hands on, me and him just on the
Oh, God.
floor
Mm-hmm.
doing our thing. Activities. And then Knox didn't start getting the tablet until I had Kate. And I was breastfeeding Kate and it was just he and I. I'm like, okay, here you can watch him while I feed him, or you can watch your show, you know what I mean? And then when I got the third one, when I tell you guys, like, just knowing the times, because, like, for example, if they don't, the iPad is one thing because they can't just be going through and just like searching. That's like,
Do they have their own iPads?
Knox and Kay do, but the iPads are really because I had to get the second one because the Nanets, you can only see two kids, so now
Yeah.
I have two iPads. Yeah,
Mhm. That's why I got the second one.
So
So
they
Harry
get to-
has one.
yeah. So they get to use it,
Nanny.
but it's helpful like in the car or, really Boss uses them a lot.
Yeah.
But even like if I have to shower, they have to be on the iPad because the boys will
Mhm.
be literally rolling down the steps
Literally.
if
Yeah.
they're not. So I do that. And then, like I said, like with the TV, they used to never have breakfast, lunch, dinner, no TV, all of that. Now, when I tell you they're punching each other and slapping each other if there's nothing on, it is like boy life is really like,
Yeah, it's
different.
it is like you guys need to sit down. They cannot sit down.
Yeah.
They cannot sit down. And so I've given that the time. So they get to have it for breakfast. I rarely give it to them for dinner, but mostly breakfast. And then Cruz gets to listen to his music when we do his therapy and stuff.
Mhm.
But then they get iPads. Like, just it depends. But the iPad is taken away with Knox right now because the listening. So if you can't do that, you can't get the iPad.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah,
can't get to
definitely.
watch your
Absolutely,
shows.
yeah.
It's about balance, okay?
So
Yeah,
so it is
absolutely.
funny because I was so against all of that stuff
Dom
until
was against. I'm never giving them iPads, and we're like, all right, girl.
And I really did a great job,
Like
though.
she gonna give him the iPad. What
But
is it
Kai,
coming?
I went until
You went a-
17
you
months
went-
with
you went a
Knox. I did
while.
not, because I truly was like, it was no problem. I didn't give him the iPad. But when you're like juggling several kids and like you need someone to sit down or you need to,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
you
so
need to-
hard.
It
Right.
helps. It helps.
It's convenient
helps.
to have.
And it-
And I
it's-
think that it's a good
And
tool
if you
to
control
use.
what
That's
they're
what I'm-
watching,
yeah.
That's the
then,
big
you know
one.
what I
And
mean? Yeah, you just
can
have to
kinda,
control
like,
it.
Control, like if you're using it as a useful tool,
Mhm.
like I'm in the shower, watch this, versus most kids that I be seeing with these tablets, they be glued to the thing
No, yeah.
day in and day out.
Day in,
and
day
that's
out,
where
yeah.
I feel like that's where it becomes a
You
little
guys
bit
got to
of
get
an issue.
outside and get
Yeah.
active.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, ladies, we have been chatty.
Chatty Patty.
We have been chatty. And I just want to say, both from Naycha and I, we're so thankful for you guys came on. We had such a blast just
Thank
talking
you for
about
having
motherhood.
us.
And
I'll
to
see you soon.
everyone out there, all the ladies, I hope that you got something from this. If anything, just to know that you're not alone. We're all going, all of our kids are eating poop.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
No.
But please make sure that you like, subscribe to Me Again podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, and YouTube. Really excited to show you what this season has to offer. We're going to be doing another workout and hopefully a Me Again brunch. So stay tuned for all that good
Nice.
stuff.
That's fun.
And that's it.